This video, we're going to be working on the transmission mount. You can see that this is the factory Chrysler Dodge piece here. My plan is this mounts to the transmission here. It kind of bolts on where these bolts are here. So what my plan is, I could use the factory style here, this rubber biscuit rubber mount that they have. I think what my plan is going to be is use like a factory GM style mount, a little less bulky, and I'm going to get that mounted here. So I'm going to cut the center of this out and drop it down so it's flat, and then we'll go ahead and get that mounted, get this mounted on there. And then I bought a bunch of round tubing, 5/8 inch and 5/8 round tubing. You can see here, I'm going to use that to make the cross member. I got the transmission mount modified so I can use the GM style mount. I just cut the center out and just welded it back up. That'll fit on the car. Just kind of bolts to the back of the transmission. And then I can use, like I said, just the GM style mount, nice and simple. This is what was in there before. Kind of had a drop down in it, so I cut that out. Did it that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this mount on the car now, and then I can build some kind of cross member to grab it. I got the mount kind of temporary in here welded together. It's kind of what I came up with before. This is going to come out and it needs finished and cleaned up and gusset added there in the back. I did add the two braces going towards the front here for the X member, which will continue back this way. It's going to be 1 5/8 on the top. I think we'll do 1 inch on the bottom just for clearance for the exhaust and the doors and everything. I've also got the driver's side in. And you can see I added two supports back here. What I'm going to do now is that everything's in there. I'm going to cut this tube in half and then pull that center out. Add two flanges on there, make it so it can drop out to get the transmission out the bottom. And you want to have to take that out through the door. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Cut that and then drop that out. Got the center of the cross member cut out here, and I'll show the piece here that I have on the bench. This is the center piece here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and gusset this up here and get this all welded on the bench, and then I will add flanges on each side and get that mounted back in the car. Here's what I came up with for the transmission cross member. It's going to bolt in there. I got the gusset on here, and I got that all welded in. And I also, you can see I add these flanges on there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weld those on now, and then I'm going to mount the other side of that flange on there. Just here. Bolt that on there, that'll go back in the car, and then I'll weld that in the car. And that'll be the transmission cross member. So let me get this welded up. Have the training mount all ready to weld in. Went ahead and got the flange here on both sides. You can see it there. And I'm just going to put a couple tacks on there to hold it for now. You can see the screwdrivers in there. I just stuck that in there because it was a little out of alignment just to kind of pull it back so it's closer to lining up. And what I did do, which I know I didn't think of first off, was I drilled an 1 5/8 hole in the center of the flange here. And that way it just sits right on top there because I'm working by myself and it's hard to line everything up. So, and not sure why I didn't do that at first. It would have been a little easier to line everything up, but did it on this flange. So I'll get this tacked in and this project will be done. transmission mount is finished for now. Everything's tacked in there. Just got some tacks on it because I don't want it moving around, but I don't want to take these back supports off here until I get it welded better. Don't want to do any more for it right now. Just want to get that basic part done. Now I'm going to move back here, maybe do the turbos, get those mounted where they're going to be, start running some exhaust, maybe cut down these headers so that they don't fit quite right. So I'm going to cut those down and start running some of the hot side plumbing to the turbo. Maybe mount the intercoolers, maybe all that kind of stuff in there before I do anything else to this X member. Make sure it's all going to clear. So that'll be in the next upcoming videos. Or I might even work on a little sheet metal here just to kind of break it up so I don't get too burned out. Might weld this patch panel in or do something like that. So thanks for watching this video, and please like and subscribe.